Everyone knows the Jays need a superstar lefty bat in their lineup, but what if I told you he was waiting in AAA to be called up by Ross Atkins? Let's break down this hidden gem on Jays Digest. What's up, Jays fans? I'm your host, Peter Vryonis, alongside co-host Nick Gosse, and we finally did it. We hit 1K subscribers, and it's just been unbelievable the amount of support that we've been getting from you guys, and super thankful to have hit that milestone.
Yeah, our goal originally when the off season began was maybe December or later, hit 1K, but we hit it in November. So the growth's been unreal. We thank you for that. And a quick reminder that 89% of you aren't subbed. So if you're watching and you like Daily J's content, hit the sub button because we pump out videos every single day. But yeah, thank you for 1K. It means the world. And man, only up from here. Now we're trying to aim for what 2K. That's the next goal, I suppose.
Jay's Digest to the moon, as we like to say. And it's we got a little something different for you guys today. Let us know what you think of this type of content in the comments down below after you've watched this video. But we got sort of a prospect breakdown, and I touched on it in the intro there. Today it's Addison Barger. Now, you may not have heard that name ever, even if you're an avid Jays fan. He's just been tearing it up in the minor leagues for the Toronto Blue Jays. He's your 13th ranked prospect. He was a 6th round pick in 2018. Now, none of that might stand out to you, but this guy has potential to be special at the MLB level.
Yeah, he's been he's been doing insane. Obviously, we've heard a lot about him recently on Reddit. If you follow the minor leagues at all, an article was posted just I think this was yesterday, just the other day. Um, Basically, obviously Barger's been tearing it up, and we'll break that down. But he was initially influenced by Ichiro, and basically the article talks about how he might be hitting his way to Toronto with a hitting style that was influenced by the infamous Ichiro Suzuki, or I guess the famous Ichiro Suzuki. And he had a quote here saying, "I'm naturally a right-handed hitter and actually switch hit throughout high school. Now hits exclusively from the left side, which is very key because we need a left-handed hitter." And he basically says, "I was obsessed with Japanese players and Japanese style of hitting. A big leg kick was a part of that, and it's something I mimicked. It just stuck with me." So he seems, he mimicked Ichiro Suzuki's, I guess, hitting style, and it seems to be working. So he is tearing up the minor leagues.
He definitely mimicked Ichiro's hidden style, but very, very different hitter. The swings are similar, but he has so much power. He hits a lot of bombs in the minor leagues, but he also strikes out a bit, and he's got a great eye. Ichiro was a free swinger, always hit over 350 in his major league career. He was just unbelievable and never managed to strike out, which was also pretty insane considering the stuff that was being thrown at him. So we'll touch a little bit more on Barger here and why he could possibly be an impact player for the Blue Jays starting next season. So he can play anywhere in the infield. He's got a cannon of an arm, as Nick is gonna show later on, and I'm sure he could play a corner outfield position. So why is this guy not being talked about more by Blue Jays pundits?
I think everyone's just on the right now. I think everyone's on the Moreno train and trying to figure out what they're gonna do with him because he is obviously our top prospect, and we've heard a lot about Ricky Tiedemann, who we might have a future video on, but I think he's kind of just flying under the radar, and he's only really started to become really noticed and really good recently. So I don't know, but hopefully this video puts out the word on him because he has been just tearing it up. I'll put up a screenshot here. Um, Another quote from the article basically saying that his overall work was eye-opening. So 526 plate appearances split between obviously the three levels, 61 extra base hits, hitting 308 with a 378 and 555 slash line and a 152 WRC plus. That is really, really good. And improved physicality and willingness to invest in his future each played a big part in his emergence of one of Toronto's most promising prospects. But that slash line is unbelievable, especially because, like I said, he's a left-handed hitter, which is something we desperately need.
Yeah, and you know what that slash line tells me? It tells me that he's very patient up at the plate. He takes a lot of pitches, and I've watched a lot of his film. He always works the count deep. He gets into 3-ball counts, 2-and-2 counts. He sees a lot of pitches, and that 555 slugging percentage, that's elite. That's a lot of power coming off that bat, and he's got a really thunderous swing, and that's what really stood out to me when watching him play.
Yeah, he looks great, and I guess it's a good time to do it now. Pop up a little video in case you guys haven't seen. Barger's swing before. So we'll pop that up here now in the background. I'll let you guys two swings there. That's one of them, and this is the other. That's an explosive swing. It's kind of short and compact to a degree as well, but then he just launches it. I don't know. He's looking like someone that we might be called up sooner than we initially thought.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, you could see a little bit of a hitch in the swing. He tries to get the ball in the air there, but his bat to ball skills are really elite, and he's not just a pure hitter either. I know Nick has a graphic to show here, but he's got an unbelievable arm, and that could definitely translate to playing either corner outfield position if the Jays want to look to trade Teoscar Hernandez or Lourdes Gurriel.
Yeah, he has a 45 hits. So I'll talk about his his whatever, what's it called, the pipeline rankings.
Yeah.
I also pop up this graphic as well, which is basically saying, talking about Barger's improved, well, both arm and body. And I was quickly touch on, he has a 65 out of 80 arm on MLB pipeline, and he's currently the Jays' 14th best prospect. Now, I don't know if that's been updated recently, but I think that his he has a 55 power as well. So that's his 55 power and 65 arm is really good. But basically, they're saying that Barger has gained a lot of muscle. He's 18 and 19, guy who's 215 pounds, closer to 200 now. He lost some weight, and his arm strength is his best attribute defensively. He's shortstop who also sees times at third base. Barger pitched in high school was up to 95 miles per hour in his senior year. It seems like there's nothing this guy can't do. But yeah, his arm strength seems to be the thing that MLB Pipeline and both this article focused on, with again a 65 out of 80 arm strength, which is if you're unfamiliar with the rankings, basically just grade him from, I guess usually it's like 30 to 80. It can be lower, but yeah, 65
Yeah.
arm strength, it's unbelievable.
65 to I think 70, that's basically graded as superstar
Yeah.
level. So he's got a superstar level arm, and anything near 60 is above average or even like all-star type level. So he's got elite power, elite bat to ball skills, elite arm. I mean, it seems like he can adjust to any position that the Blue Jays want to throw him in, because he won't have a set role if he is to make the team. And one thing that really excites me about Addison Barger is that Gabby Moreno, Blue Jays signed him for $20,000 when he signed as an international free agent, and then he just rose through the ranks. He became the Blue Jays' top prospect just by his play in the minor leagues. And Addison Barger, he's sort of doing the same thing. He had the best slash line of any Blue Jays minor leaguer in 2022, and he looks the part of a major leaguer.
Yeah, I remember it was throughout the year, this year or last year, whatever it was, and Gabby was just like skying up the rankings, and there were videos being made, there were articles being posted about whether Gabby will make the top 100, and then literally like the next week he was in the top 50, and now he's in the top five. So he's skyrocketed, and it seems like Barger might be on the same trajectory there. I guess it's a good time to talk about now. So his MLB ETA is 2023. Do you think that he gets pushed into the lineup this year? I think it depends on what acquisitions they make, but I think he definitely has a strong case.
Now, we've been pumping his tires the entire video, but I'll take a step back here, and I'll just let all of you know that Kevin Biggio hit 28 home runs when he was playing Double-A baseball for the Blue Jays. So take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, Addison Barger hit 26 homers in sort of like three-quarters of a season, three-quarters of a major league season in the minor leagues this year. So yeah, I don't know if it'll translate to the big leagues, but it's definitely something that the Blue Jays should explore, and I think he should start the year with the Blue Jays because they need lefty bats and they need good lefty bats. So who knows? What if he comes in and makes an immediate impact? I would start him right away.
Yeah, I think it again, I think it depends a little bit on who they grab. If they grab a Brandon Nimmo or someone who to take over an established left-handed hitting role, then I think they might hold him back. But it also depends on spring training and how he performs. Because if he just starts tearing up spring training and then he's doing insane, and maybe their internal evaluation of him right now, like their internal evaluation of Barger, maybe that has an effect on what their decisions are when it comes to trading for a left-handed piece. And we don't know that, but I'm
Mhm.
sure that they know more about Barger than we do. But I
Of
think,
course.
yeah, if he does well, I think they could definitely call him up, and maybe he can make an impact like so many of our minor leaguers have.
And I think he's in the perfect farm system right now because this is a team that desperately needs a lefty bat and a good lefty bat, as we've said the entire video. And man, he looks like he could be a special player. Maybe he gets a little bit more time in AAA to start the season, but if he's still raking, if he's hitting over 400 in his first month in AAA, won't be long until he makes his major league debut.
Yeah, he could slot in perfectly, and it'd be nice to have another elite outfield arm to pair with, I guess, George Springer, because he has a pretty solid arm. But we really don't have, like, obviously Lourdes is a phenomenal arm, but having like an elite five-tool outfielder is something that I would not mind from the left side.
Hmm.
Even just a left-handed bat in general to split up the batting order. That's not a first baseman, so you haven't really had one since, I guess, Rowdy Tellez, and he's doing things with the Brewers now. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be extremely interesting to see. Again, it's also interesting regarding the free agency because it depends how much they evaluate him. So I'm sure we'll see if they. But I still would prefer Nimmo. But if we can't get Nimmo, then maybe
Of
Barger would
course,
be. Maybe
of
Barger could be a
course.
trade piece as well, depending if he keeps raking in AAA.
Maybe, but I kind of want to see what kind of progression he can make with the Toronto Blue Jays. I mean, that'll wrap up this video on Addison Barger. It was something a little different for you guys today. It was a lot of fun to make. It was a lot of fun to try something here, and just let us know what you guys think of this type of content, because we know quite a bit about the Blue Jays and a lot about their minor league system. So we could help you guys out and keep you guys informed on that front if you want to be. So thanks so much for making it this far in the video, and thanks again for helping us hit 1K subscribers. Anything you want to say, Nick?
Nah, just thanks for the 1K, and we're gonna keep doing daily content, and we will see you guys tomorrow.